Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. We've just been standing here for 47 hours. And now it's time to continue things here. Close that. I'd say canon, we're just actually continuing on, not constantly waiting for 2 days. Anyways, Yugiri. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I had never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Guardians fear them so. Emergency information. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. Well, really? One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim. And even should it be true, it is as Ishtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. This man is of their number. What could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered limits of survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? His testimony could yield us any manner of advantage. Should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report of the supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Artik, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, we'll spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. Right? The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenasia. Storm Private, sent to question him, should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Okay. So this is someone that's claimed to have defeated Leviathan before. Not the current one. It'd be very convenient if you defeated the current Leviathan for us. Would be very jazzed on that. It's like, problem solved. Wrap it up. No. We still have 2 boats to tie together, load with crystals, and stick it onto the Great Sea Beast here. And that's just to stop the whirlpools and stuff. We will see. We will see. Oh boy. Primal problems. Just constantly. Got other problems too, but it does really kind of keep collecting it back to the primals, but still. What's up the quest we do here? We could pick that up, just in case we're in the area. Just keep doing more deliveries and stuff. See where it goes. Whenever we just walk past, that'd be fine to get these. Not in any rush or anything with these, but you know, since we're here. And we can also look to see where this particular guy is. Lower Lenasia. Right here. Okay. That's quite the flight from anywhere. My goodness. Could go Casa del Sol. That's a loading screen there. It must be faster from where we dry docks and just fly up there. Oh, we got 3 more things. My goodness. What else will give us options of where to go? I'm here for it, honestly. We've got this whole Leviathan thing. It's fine. We'll deal with it later. Spirits. Most foul. And we also get food and stuff from these, which technically you could use in dungeons and stuff. W. Post-Moogle would task you with an urgent delivery to Stillglade Fane. Get all the delivery levels here. How far you've come as a carrier, and in such a short time, I knew that my pedagogical skills bordered upon genius, but I dare say I've outdone myself this time, Kupo. I reward myself with a well-deserved respite, and you with the most demanding assignment to date. I've had my paws a parcel from the Thaumaturgus Guild in Oda, delivered to Rhea of the Conjurers Guild in Gridania, and I quote, with all speed. Urgent correspondence between the realm's most recent practitioners of magic. It could only be the slightest of exaggeration to say that the fate of Eorzea may very well be riding on this delivery. Skill grade Fane with you, Kupo. All these guys are going to be very disappointed with how long it takes me to deliver their things. Dubious dancing. Deputy Post Moogle would reward your efforts with an assignment to more idyllic climes. My hardworking assistant returns. Yes, so hard have you been working? I dare say you've earned yourself a vacation, Kupo. I'm not going to give you one, of course. I do have a reputation to maintain. But I will give you the next best thing. A letter addressed to Master Giverju at Casa del Sol. Soak up the rays of the sun, bask in the balmy ocean breeze, sneak a furtive glance at the lovely dancers. That last one can be our little secret. And you'll soon forget that you're working, Kupo. And stroking the haft, Deputy Post Moogle has a parcel intended for renowned personages currently visiting in Oda. My trusted assistant is ever ready for action, Kupo. Very well. I have a package here straight from Little Solus addressed to, the Long One. Moogle Intelligence has confirmed that this is a specific epithet for one Hundrecht Longhaft, a brass-bladed captain of considerable repute, leads the defense at Highbridge. Humbrecht is known to be one of the most charismatic leaders in the realm. Never seen outside the company of one or more of his men, or let's say women. His followers are uniformly female and fiercely loyal to their captain. I was in Highbridge a short while ago. The captain was unfortunately off duty. Here he has business at the Weavers Guild. He's taken two of his most loyal subordinates along with him to Oda. Many happy deliveries, Kupo. This is all happening over in other places. I guess this is Eastern Laosia. We can go here, turn this in, take the flight. Fly over here, take the... Let's go to here for that. That'll work. That'll work. Although we might very well get stuck into another whole situation here. It's entirely possible. Is this efficiency? I don't care about that. Weave in the quests together. Makes it a little bit more difficult to follow what's going on. We're doing stuff, delivering stuff, fighting stuff. It all works out. Mostly. Mostly. Anyways, let's get over here. If it's not too far, we might just finish this whole thing. We'll be able to turn this back in when we are back in town, which we are absolutely going to be going back to town there, so. In that much, it works nicely. We'll see. Package. Parcel. Letter. Something. Oh, how I tire of the same idyllic sights night after night after night. How long must I wait to see my new beauties take the stage? Letter. From Dancing Master Kulinox to the eccentric Gushu of Casa del Sol. Titan's Bane, a messenger boy. Is the adventuring life so unprofitable these days? Could always use another strapping lad to swab the decks. Maybe a touch overqualified. The pay is generous, and the location cannot be topped. But I digress. The letter you have brought me is a reply from none other than the esteemed Master Kulinox, whom I have enlisted to train my next generation of artists. A great honor I bestow upon him, yes. Master Kukuruju, while you present a compelling offer, I would rather live out my days in the navel than spend even a moment instructing empty-headed, ample-bosomed strumpets with as much passion and aptitude for dance as pack of three-legged shrews. Seems the poor misguided fellow values the integrity of his art above coin. What's this? Letter continues. And that said, I know of another whose particular school of dance, though somewhat experimental, may suit your purpose as well. What splendid news. Letter neglects to mention his name, but says that he makes his home by Iron Lake in Outer Lanasia. Maybe a good messenger boy and deliver this contract to him. I would have my girls begin their training straight away. Come on. Outer Lanasia. Unfortunately, I have to tell you that is slightly out of the way for my current saving the entire world business. Dance is important. Not getting blown away by a tsunami, slightly more important, as it turns out. Let's get down to Lower Lenasia here. Well, we'll circle back to these. I'm sure there's all kinds of interesting things that'll happen there. 3 at a time is also definitely something. That's alright. Speeding up the requirement process or something. I don't know. There's lots of stuff out here. Lots of stuff. Lower Lenasia, where we need to go for more pressing matters. There we go. It's flying through the air. It's right down here. The Grey Fleet. The windmills. Wait for the guy to spawn in. I can be just like inside here or anything. Oh yeah, yes. Wild. It's a Storm Private. And Storm Private sent to talk to him. This guy again? I think it's this guy again. Talk to him. Look here, you. You'll have your bloody story after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days, and do you hear me complaining? I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, give it what you want. Now that said, that old Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, cause I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, Yikin. Ahem. The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea of how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as he members long, and that's no mean feat, let me tell ya. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. It must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, I proved to be a grave mistake, hehehe. But what happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now there's some as say you can never truly beat Leviathan. That you've got to learn to live with them and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company though. Hi. Ah, it's you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention. That's all. I take it back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I mean I'm maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I had to lie to women to tumble and they don't happen much. Understand, it's pathetic. And you've been doing all those chores. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviathan, but I have seen him with my own eyes. It was a fair few years back, when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking my duties one day, loitering around the harbor, when I saw it. Great big massive sea serpent, some miles off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared, I told myself right there and then. But, oh guys, just remember that day, maybe saw myself all over again. Hey, wait. If you're here asking after Leviathan, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't ya? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Yeah? Why, you worthless lie, you horse, and I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Yep. Message. Artek, this is Memphilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? We've learned that he is large. I beg your pardon, Leviathan? I see, that is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. I wait you at the Morbi dry docks. pray make your way here as soon as you're able. Here. My goodness, man. My goodness. Orbit jetpacks. Hey, we're off. Okay. The wild goose chases we go on sometimes. Anyways, back to the current plan, which is just go for it. It's the perfect plan. Excited to be a part of it. Down here. Everybody. I'm told your jaunt to the grave fleet proved fruitless. No sympathies, lad. I wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Whirl Letter, I call her, is complete. The Whirl Eater? Yeah. And she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours may maneuver freely in battle. I mentioned also she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Whirl Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Sounds like a great plan. Quest complete. And quest start. Lord of the Whirl. Azar stands ready to send you off to encounter with the Lord of the Whirl. It's durability draw. Reduce durability loss plus 30 for 15 seconds? No, for 5 minutes. Reduce the rate at which your equipment undergoes wear. That is not very helpful. Has not been a big concern yet. I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whirl Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She's been fitted with what our friends at Enix and Vimels are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, we'll use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob the Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Interesting. It's expected that the Sagan and their thralls would attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Tancred and Ishtolna, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Tancred and Ishtolna, if you would join the 3rd levy, and Lady Yukiri the 5th. Alright. But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these, go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Artek. May the crystal bless and keep you. Yeah. Quest accepted. The Whirl Eater, hard, now accessible. Duty Finder, regular duty. Not even a regular version. Just going straight up to hard mode. Alright. Regular duties. It is sitting over in here. Right there, so I'm just attention second. Where's the color? It's more of a trial kind of business. The Whirl Eater, hard. 15 tombstones plus possible bonus. The Sagan, reviled beast tribe native to the Indigo Deep, have succeeded in summoning forth their voracious god, the primal Leviathan. Should the mighty serpent be allowed to unleash a tidal wave, the entire city of Limsa will be swept into the sea. Faced with watery oblivion, the leaders of the Maelstrom have conceived a desperate plan. By lashing together 2 warships and filling their holes with corrupted crystals, they hope to pierce the Lord of the World's defenses, give a chosen few the chance to dispatch the Primal with courage and steel. The World Eater sits in the bay with her towering vessel, the Triumph, awaiting but the command to cast off. It is 8 people. Level 60, well, level 50, sync to 50. Average, I'm level 60. No, that's not particularly high level requirements or anything. And it is technically a hard level. Because it's only level 50. Everything level 50 hard? Not really. Does it really count as being hard if it's not actually a harder version of something? We still have Earth's Founty, which is not a hard, but is higher level. Whatever. We will select and join this. Should in theory be relatively quick. It's part of the main story business. There's a whole section for joining in to help with main story quests. That's the dream, at least. Want to go do other stuff while we wait 6 minutes? Probably not. I'll just stand here. Yeah, like 10 minutes. Good enough. We got there. A light party. Lies. Full party. Not going with 24 people though, so it'll be at least be slightly more in control here. We're on a boat. We're on 2 boats. We are on a boat hauling 2 boats with a platform on it. There's a Leviathan. Here we go. Got some cannons. Good stuff. Alright. A lot of power. Yeah, look. Get it. It's definitely a long start to the fight here. They're just leaving our platform here. Okay, sure. Let's do it. It's good that we got some guardrails. That's probably smart. Big guy. A big guy right there. Alright. I'm gonna blast it with fire. We've come poorly equipped here. Should be fine. Begin. Commenced. Just as I did, tainted of light. Okay. Shoot with the fire. That's what I'm gonna do. Blast. Keep blasting. Where's it going? Okay. There he is. Sweep it. And swope. Things are happening. Like a tail or something, I guess. Hear about that? There's some Saugans here, too. Does this part matter? Who knows? Just stay here and blast. Here. Lens tail, also too, why not? things happening here. Leviathan's moving again. Water bubble. They activated the thingy. This is pretty good. You okay? Just rocking it back and forth. Wild stuff. Oh, the big wave. Seems fine. No last. We'll last some more. There's a saga. What do I do with him? Or just win. That was good. Yeah. Alright, there you go. Amazing. Alright, there we go. We did it! Hard mode. Sure. Anyways. We're back. We should go back to the command room in Limsa. Okay. We can do that. Seems like a lot of time the things that we unlock during the main quest don't actually have rewards. Sometimes if it's not like a full dungeon stuff it does, but a lot of these like one-off big fights don't have anything. The harder modes have had things, but that one didn't really. Spin some gil. Got some tombstones. We got level 83. Wild. We got 3,000 XP. And some tombstones. Alright. You spawning in this time. Look at you. Unfortunately, yep, the guy we want to talk to also is spawning in. Brilliant stuff. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. With the urgency of your business, I thought best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. Today I will permit myself a few words. Ahem. Feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You're an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. Proceed. Hey, there's everybody else. Welcome back. Hopefully they dealt with the Saiyan as effectively as we did.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks.
Yeah.
'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds stood before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay,
and so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Quest complete. There you go. It's a continuing mess. It's a continuing problem. 2,300 XP. Alright. That's all. Nahiri met the fraternity. Xanthiel's orders to point you in the direction of the Leviathan underworld. We get a level 50 weaponcraft copter, item level 90. Heavy chest containing an equally heavy weapon. Yes, even that one. Determine the correct job. 90. Interesting. Sounds like we are headed towards a new combat with Yugiri. That also sounds like it might be related to something that already exists, so we'll see if we just pop straight into it at level 50, if there's other things we need to do. At any rate, that's going to be something different next time. Goodbye.